There's been a bit of an e-mountain bike revolution in the last few years, and everywhere you turn, there's e-bikes all over the trails. But despite the out-of-date stereotypes of heavy bikes for lazy, well-heeled riders, are they actually fun to ride? Can you shred them? Well, thanks Canyon. I've got a lovely Battleship Grey Spectral on. Time to see what it's about. To be completely honest, I have ridden an e-mountain bike a fair bit, and yes, I love it. But actually, this is my home turf, where I cut my teeth learning to ride and race a mountain bike. An unforgiving place where the Enduro bike has always ruled. And I've not tried it on an e-bike, but I'm keen for a blast to see what this thing can do. One of the things I really do like actually about e-bikes is how you can turn something like that, like a really horrible climb, into a bit of a skills challenge. And actually it is still quite tiring. I've done that probably 5 times now, and you do feel like you're absolutely putting your effort into it, but you're just getting that drive. Obviously that would be hell for me on a normal bike, and that's actually really good fun to repeat on this bike, although there's something really embarrassing about falling off going really slow up a hill. Aside from the technical climbing fun, should we say, you can't ignore the fact that someone like me, an old downhill racer, loves having an e-bike motor just for shuttling back to top in the easiest and fastest way for more downhill runs. As a family man, that's when sort of e-bikes have become more important to me, where I can justify getting out for a 2-hour blast and doing loads of riding, boosting the whole ride, draining the battery, then going home. Whereas a normal bike could be out for 4 hours and actually not get that much riding in by the time I've driven somewhere. So that's where a good e-bike has actually saved me a load of time. What is the Spectral On all about? Well, 150mm of travel means business, mixed wheel size for traction and rollover, but room at the back for body language. An all-new carbon frame is a kilogram lighter, and the big change is an integrated battery. It looks sleek in the carbon front end, but it's also lower down, great for shredding the turns. The Shimano motor is relied upon for motor duties, tripling the boost of your own legs. Well, extra power means you can ride faster, further, up and over things that before might have been impossible. But not all those things for everybody. You might just ride the bike in the highest mode, smash out a high-paced ride in a short time frame in your busy life. That's what I do with 2 small children. Right, over to the e-bike guy. Steve, I know you're a bit of a trials and a climbing wizard. Let's see what you can do.
Ah, I love it! And I can ride this single track again, and again, and again. Where you'd normally be pushing or carrying, you'd actually be climbing. Okay, Don, look, you don't need to just take my word for it. Let's have a chat with Tahnee Seagrave to see what the younger generation can do on a properly sorted e-mountain bike.
All right, Steve. I love e-bikes. I use mine for recovery rides when I got back from my injury. They're just way better than pedaling normal bikes, aren't they? Yeah, I mean, after a long day in the gym and on like the downhill bike, it's so easy to get out on this bike and have all the fun minus the pain.
An epic ride soon becomes more possible to a lot more people, getting yourself out there where maybe before you couldn't just physically do it. Maybe it's just the buzz or power, a new way to ride. 203mm brake rotors and a big fork up front, these bikes are built for proper riding. Lighter and a longer back end means challenging climbs are something to get stuck into. This is all new for me with e-bikes. You get people like Steve Jones that are super skilled in trials riding and climbing really hard sections. I'm just all about the downhills. Can climbing be considered a really fun part of the ride? I'm not as up on my watt hours and Newton meters as the EMBN boys, but what I will say is e-bikes have become much slicker and more integrated, so they almost look a bit like a normal bike. Down a hill, they absolutely bomb. There's definitely times when the weight works with you. I think with the right tyres and brakes, you've got so much grip and control that, yeah, they're ace. Down a hill, no props. Head over to the e-bike channel, EMBN, for plenty more waffle about Newton meters and more fun stuff. And if you want to see Tahnee Seagrave doing her day job, did a video with her recently racing downhill. Just thumbs up if you want to shred an e-bike.